Hi, and welcome everybody to the weekend edition of the Winner's Circle Sports Betting Podcast. It's Friday, September the 30th. And like every Friday, I'm joined by one of the hottest handicappers in all the world when it comes to football and other sports too, but especially football. Mr. Jesse Schule, how are you, my friend? Great start to the season for you. I have a great start to the season, but it's pale in comparison to what you've been doing.
Well, I've been fortunate to have a great start, Ross, and I'm certainly happy about it. But things are starting to get real here, especially with college football this weekend. You know, now we're playing for big bucks. It's conference play, it's rivalry games, and I'm really looking forward to that. So, let's hope that it keeps going the way it's been going.
Well, today is our NFL edition. We have two free picks on Sunday's card in the NFL. Jesse will be covering the Browns and the Falcons, while I'll be looking at the Jets and Pittsburgh game. Two real fishy lines, in my opinion. We'll get to that later. But before we get to that, folks, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Some of the best handicappers in the world, including two right here. And then you count in Big Al McMorty and Doug Upstone from DocSports.com and Sean Higgs from PicksandParleys.net. And we got quite a cast of characters that are making a lot of money right now with their premium paid selections, but we also like to win our free picks. So folks, if you have not subscribed, like I said, click that subscribe button. As a matter of fact, you'll see an OSGA logo on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Hover over that. You'll see the subscribe button come up, hit that. And while you're there, click on the notification bell and you'll be alerted immediately upon any of these Winner's Circle sports betting podcasts going up on our channel. Well, Jesse, I was looking at the standings over at sportscapping.com. They do a great job of monitoring all their handicappers. I believe there's around 70 of them in all. And lo and behold, I'm looking at you, and boy, oh boy, let me quote this correctly, but off to a 17-2 start in college football and a 17-3 start, or excuse me, a 12-3 start in the NFL, 29-5 combined NFL and college football. Absolutely remarkable. Congratulations, Jesse. That's one hell of a run. Hopefully you can keep it going.
Well, thanks, Ross. I hate to pour a little gasoline on the fire, but as you're probably aware, some sites include preseason NFL in those numbers. And if they do, it gets even more ridiculous.
Yeah, what were you, 8-3 in the preseason?
That's right.
Yeah, I know that because I was 8-4 and you snuck ahead of me at the last week, you son of a gun. Anyway, you always seem to be sneaking ahead of me, not really sneaking ahead of me. Look, I have a great start to the season, but it's pale in comparison. Like I said, 14-5 to start the NFL season, including last night's Thursday night 10-star game of the month on the Cincinnati Bengals, also 14-10, in college football. Altogether, 28-15 between college football and the NFL. That's good for 65%. And I feel like a minor leaguer compared to this guy. So anyway, folks, you can find Jesse at jesseschule.com. You can find me at rbwins.com. Both of us are killing it right now in college football and the NFL and other sports as well. 5-0, last 5 for me in Major League Baseball. At the top of the standings on just about every site that we're on. So I don't know what you're waiting for. jesseschule.com, Ross Benjamin, rbwins.com. So again, folks, not only subscribe, but start investing and not gambling in guys like me and Jesse. All right, Jesse, you got a free pick for us. The Browns and the Falcons. Wow, the Browns are just a 1.5 point favorite, depending on where you look at Atlanta. And to me, that's a fishy line, but you're more inclined to look at this total of 47. So take it away, my friend.
Well, Ross, you said it. It is a fishy line. I think they're begging you to take the Browns, and they almost got me. I started writing this game up, and I thought, geez, I'll take the Browns here. Atlanta's 3-0 against the spread. They've been one of the biggest surprises so far this year is how competitive the Falcons have been.
Yeah.
But I'm the type of guy that when I see something like that, see something out of the norm, a team like Atlanta, 3-0 against the spread, I looked for regression to the mean.
Yeah.
And, now they're playing a Browns team that is a little bit less surprising. They had the issue with the starting quarterback. We don't want to get too deep into that, but they lead the NFL in rushing, 190 yards per game. They've got perhaps the best running back in the league, and the backup's not too bad either. Between the two of them, obviously the best duo in the league, and that's something that you can really go to the bank on week in, week out. Really, I don't think the Falcons are going to be able to stop that. So I think the Browns are going to rack up points. You got Amari Cooper. Man, the Cowboys sure screwed up getting rid of him. He's coming off back-to-back 100-yard receiving games, scored a touchdown in the last 2 games. So I like the Browns to get their points, but the Falcons, they've been competitive, like I said. Cordell Patterson has been their biggest weapon. There is some rumors about he's nursing a sore knee, but he's not on the injury report. He is going to play. Marcus Mariota has not been that flashy, but he's been consistently moving the ball, getting the job done. They're putting up points. And this is a week where weather is a concern. Well, it's not going to be a concern in an indoor game in Atlanta. Now, the total has been bet up a couple points, and I never like to be on the wrong side of that line movement. But it's still, at 47, I kind of think both these teams are going to score 20-plus points. I think it goes to at least 48. And yeah, I'm gonna ride with you over here.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. I mean, you look at the Falcons have been real competitive. It's because their offense has been putting up points and yards, but they're also giving up their fair share of points and yards as well along the way. And I've been really impressed with Jacoby Brissett, the Cleveland quarterback. A big deal has been made, with Deshaun Watson. He's coming back in game 11, but boy, oh boy, Jacoby Brissett, you can't blame him for anything right now. I mean, 2-1 start to the season, and the one game they lost 31-30, it was that meltdown game. It wasn't his fault. He put up a lot of yards. So I agree. Browns, Falcons, over 47 for Mr. Jesse Schule. And again, folks, this guy's red hot. Visit his website, jesseschule.com. And if you don't know how to pronounce his last name, it's Schule, I should say. Don't know how to spell his last. Schule, first name Jesse, Jesse, Schule.com. So there you have it, folks. All right, I'm going to take a look at the Jets in Pittsburgh, and boy, oh boy, Pittsburgh, they've been anemic offensively, but really surprises me is their defense hasn't been very good as well. Of course, they lost Watt, their best pass rusher, and that certainly helped or hurt them defensively. But this is also a Pittsburgh team that's gone 3-10 against the spread in their last 13 games as a non-division home favorite of 3.5 to 6.5. So they don't do very well in non-division games as a home favorite within that parameter. This is also a Pittsburgh team's allowing 143 yards on the ground per game. They really haven't stopped a pass very well as well. As a matter of fact, they're giving up 395 yards a game, which is unheard of for a Mike Tomlin coached Pittsburgh defense. And the Jets, again, they're 1-2. They've been anemic in their 2 road games, but in their 2 home games offensively. But you look at the yards they're putting up, they've just been a little bit unlucky. And the one road game they did play was a 31-30 win over the Cleveland Browns, and they're putting up yards. Especially in their passing game. And I think they're going to be able to run the ball here against Pittsburgh. I just think this is a fishy line. Pittsburgh minus 3.5 at home against the Jets. I think if somebody would have told you that before game 1, most of you, if not all of you, would have jumped all over Pittsburgh. Well, I'm not falling for the bait here. I'm taking the Jets here, plus the 3.5 over Pittsburgh. And for Jesse Schule, he likes the Browns Falcons over the total of 47. Jesse, what do you got going on coming up this weekend?
Well, I got a big college football card on Saturday, 5 games already posted. I've got a couple games already up for the NFL. With the weather concerns in the NFL, it's hard for me to squeeze out too many games too early, but I'll probably be adding one or two more.
And for me, you can find me at rbwins.com right now. 2 college football games up for tonight, Friday, September 30th. I got 3 up for tomorrow's card, including a 10-star top play. And in the NFL on Sunday, I'll have 3 to 4 plays. I'll definitely will have a big play Monday night in the Rams in San Francisco game. So again, folks, 2 red hot handicappers. It's worth repeating again. Jesse is 17-2 to start the season in college football, 12-3 to start the season in the NFL, 29-5 altogether. And then if you count in his 8-3 in the preseason, since they started playing real football, 37-8. Wow. Talk about hot. And me, all I am is 27-15 combined between college football and the NFL. And if you want to count the preseason, okay, 27-15, 8-4, 35-19. It's not bad, folks. Take the combination of the two. Why aren't you buying from us if you haven't already? If you have, subscribe to some 1 week or 1 month packages, or start buying from us on a daily basis here. Make some money. Take advantage of this good start from both of us. Anyway, Jesse, you have a great weekend, my friend. Until the next time, for Jesse Schule and Ross Benjamin, take care. Good luck and God bless, folks.